welcome to another episode of Quick Tips. So Jill asked, how do you replace the down wrap around a cushion? Or how do you repair it? I assume that she's got a down wrap already that she needs to repair. I'm going to go over a couple of ways to do this, but for all the homeowners out there, if you've got a leaky down cushion, you take it out of the fabric, and if it looks like this, you could do a simple repair. Now, I've been commissioned just to do a simple repair on this. So a simple repair is you definitely need downproof ticking. Now, if you don't have downproof ticking, I suppose muslin would be okay. But downproof ticking is exactly what it sounds like. The feathers have a hard time getting through it because it's muslin treated with the coating of some type of material that's used in order for the stem of the feather not to go through. So it's very simple. I'm just going to lay this on here. I think I'll cut this down just a little bit more. And spray glue is definitely needed. I'm going to spray this. Make sure that you do this with plenty of ventilation. This is the quicker way. Very simple. It solves the problem though, and it solves it for pretty much. I've seen these solutions last for years after they've been done. So there you go, pretty much. You can go over your ends if you like. Here we get a little in here, right? That's it. It's as simple as that. Now, Jill may be asking how to make actually starting from scratch. Of course, you would need to get some down to do that. If you have a foam cushion and you want to wrap it, or a spring unit and you want to wrap it in down, what you need to do is measure it just like a regular cushion. And the first step would be, like, for instance, on this cushion, you would be measuring side to side. The exact measurement is 22. Okay, this is the front of our cushion. And we're going to measure side to side as 22. We're going to add 1 inch for 23 because that's going to be our cut measurement. That's a side to side. This is front to back. And it measures 25 plus 1 is 26. So this is our top and bottom of the cushion so far. And then our boxings, we measure our boxing, which is probably 4 inches, but let's just measure it. It got 3.5, so we'll cut it an inch bigger at 4.5, 4.5 boxing. Nice thing about down cushions, they don't have piping. You don't have to make a zipper for it. So it's pretty much that's it. I need one more measurement to go all the way around the cushion. And we've got 50 plus 50, that's 100, and we're going to give it about 4 inches more, so 104. Okay. So there's one more thing that I'm going to do, just to let you know, on a down cushion, you're going to be filling these pockets. I'm going to turn this over if you can see there's pockets there, right? So on this video, I'm only going to explain how to do this. I'm not going to create a mess at the shop. It's a real mess when you're filling down cushions by hand, which is how I started in the business doing that. And you can do that if you have an old down cushion like this and you're making a new casing, for instance. You can take all the down out and transport it after you've made the top and bottom. Transport all the down into this one from this cushion. So I'll explain that. I'm going to add another inch overall to my top and bottoms, okay? I'm going to go 24, I'm going to go 27, okay? The reason for that is these seams here, okay? And then the down that you put in has some loft, so it's going to fit. It will fit better when you add a little bit more. So when you cut you're going to cut your downproof ticking. Definitely, if you're going to start from scratch, don't use muslin. Don't use muslin. You need the downproof ticking, okay? So you're going to cut the pieces as I've noted here, 24 wide, 27 deep. Mark your cover front, okay, so you don't get mixed up, and then the boxing 104 by 45. Now you could split that in two if you want. You can do 52 by 45, 4.5 inches, okay? So after you've got a cut, let's just say for the sake of argument, this is the piece that you've cut. Okay. Okay, we'll have our piece here. We have our front marks. Let's say this is we've cut our top and bottom. This is the front, right? Did that backwards for you guys. Hold on. F. Okay, front. Okay, and then what you do is with the pencil. I have a pen right now, but with the pencil, you measure your channels, and you do need channels. They go sideways, front to back. Okay, so 8. They're about 9 inches. So 9, there's one there, and there's another one there, for instance. Okay, and then you could take a straight edge. I'm just going to freehand this for you. Just draw a pencil line across for your channels, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to sew. You're going to sew the boxing to the top. Okay, so I just wanted to correct myself a little bit. You actually need 4 You need 4 altogether. You need 2 tops and 2 bottoms with these measurements. The 24 by 27. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do one side. So you just pencil your channels. And you have your front marked, okay? And then what I want you to do is get a seam. This is going to be a seam right down here, okay? With your machine, your sewing machine, just seam this, okay? You're going to have it a little neater than this. I'm just showing you for the sake of demonstrating. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to take all the down out of this right now and create a mess. It is a mess, so if you're going to do this, make sure you do it. Don't do it in your living room. Make sure you find a good place to do it. Just for the sake of showing you this, I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. Okay, now what I want you to do is I'm going to have you're going to seam this down, okay? Take a tight seam on it, maybe like a number 2 seam. Okay, then what you're going to do, I'm just going to neaten this up just a little bit. This isn't the actual size. I'm just doing this for you guys, just to demonstrate, okay? And what you're going to do is you seam this with the number 2, a really small stitch, and then you're going to stitch from right around the corner here all the way over and right around the corner here. So you're leaving the 3 channels open, okay, so that you can go back to your down cushion. Let's say we were reusing this, would split this open, right? One at a time, take the down out of here, and a handful at a time, you place the down to here, transfer the down over, okay? Do each one, and do one at a time so you don't create that much of a mess. Go to this one, do this one, do this one. So when you're doing down, it's a handful of down each time you go in. And what you do is when you put, let's say I'm inside with the down in my hand. And what you're going to do is release the down and kind of with your feathers, smooth it out. You don't want it to be too bunchy. If you notice this is flat, you don't want to be clumping it in there. You want to first put it in a handful and then spread it out like so. You'll see. And then the next handful, spread that out and so on. Okay, when you think you've got that really well, before you make sure it's really the way you want it. And that is not clumpy, okay? So after you've done, then you can stitch this up, okay? And then you're stitching the top, you do the other one, okay, which has 2 pieces to it, right? Let's say this is the top, you got a bottom. And then you're going to stitch it to the boxing. And that doesn't have to be that fancy even. You don't even have to seam it. If you don't want to, you can lap it over. It doesn't matter, really. But if you want to do a good job, if you've cut 2 pieces, you can seam it right here. If you've cut 1 piece, you can bring it all the way around and seam it in the back. But here's the important thing. Make sure that you leave open up until about here, one side like this, just like the zipper's been let here. I mean, you could do a zipper too if you want. I think a zipper here, though, is not a good idea, actually, but it shows you this is what you're going to have left open, right? And then you insert your foam, okay? And you don't necessarily have to, if you want to reverse the cushion to make it look nice like this, that's fine. You don't necessarily have to do that, though. But some people like to do it because it neatens it up to reverse the cushion before they put the foam in it. So I hope that explains it. I just didn't want to, as you can see, it's so messy, and I've got a couple of clean projects in the shop right now. So I hope that, Jill, that answers your question. I've showed you 2 different ways of doing it, and these quick tips, the first way can save, if you're the homeowner out there, you can always get a piece of muslin if you can't find the, the downproof ticking. If you can't find the downproof ticking, sometimes these prints have this coating on it. It's called a chintz. You can get that and use that. But that will save you a lot of money. So it's actually a good cushion fix too. And I thank Jill for this very, very good question. So we'll see you next time on Quick Tips.